For example, what did the trial of Deborah have to do? The governor simply announced that these people who did this were going to be tried. How would that provoke young people to go and start destroying the properties of Christians? Because they went to the shop. We have verifiable evidence of young people going out to show. So this is Okafor's shop. This is a Christian shop. This is no. Let's pass this one. It belongs to. These things are done openly. When a president wants to tell me about wishing me a happy Christmas, I need to hear him say, no Christian, nobody in this country can lose their life because somebody stood up somewhere and said he wants to defend, his religion.
Please do share a video. Make sure you get to everyone. Make sure you hit that like button. God bless you. As you share, as you comment, let's hear from you. All right. Due to the killings and what is going on in the southern Kaduna, the case of Deborah Samuel also came up, and I want you to watch what Bishop Kukah and Rufia said on this.
Okay, 2 questions. At the start of this year, Deborah was killed. Till date, where are we as regards justice for Deborah? And secondly, on the 18th of December, 38 people in southern Kaduna were killed. How does all of this make you feel?
I'm actually sitting here in the cathedral because I have mass for children, in another hour or less. If you look out of the window here, I cannot show you. You will see the glasses of our cathedral that were, of our hall that were broken. You will see the vehicles that were destroyed. Our pastoral center was destroyed. And one of our churches was destroyed. For what? We didn't quarrel with anybody. We didn't say anything to anybody. You have a situation where in northern Nigeria, across northern Nigeria, you have a reservoir of young people who simply at the slightest provocation, whether it concerns Islam or whatever, whether it has got anything to do with the church, the question Nigerians should ask themselves, what have Christians done that our churches, our properties, our hospitals, which are serving the majority of Muslims, have become objects of target practice? For example, what did the trial of Deborah have to do? The governor simply announced that these people who did this were going to be tried. How would that provoke young people to go and start destroying the properties of Christians? Because they went to the shop. We have verifiable evidence of young people going out to show. So this is Okafor's shop. This is a Christian shop. This is no. Let's pass this one. It belongs to. These things are done openly. When a president wants to tell me about wishing me a happy Christmas, I need to hear him say, no Christian, nobody in this country can lose their life because somebody stood up somewhere and said he wants to defend, his religion.
When things like this have not reached you, when evil have not touched your house, that's when you begin to say some things that even when yes here, they begin to think that okay, something must be wrong with you. And due to reactions that we are seeing online yesterday, and how some people are just talking trash and all that. If some things have not touched you, then the way you react to certain things, certain evil that happen in Nigeria will be different, unless that thing don't touch your home, don't touch your family, don't touch your children. And I pray that will not be your portion by the grace of God. This is a young lady that some guys just believe that they did justice on and they murdered her. And this is another case that we had about 2 days ago on in Kaduna, why these people were just attacking people everywhere, killing people on a Christmas day when they're supposed to be enjoying each other, having fun and celebrating Christ. And this thing that are not human beings just kill them. And a lot of cases happen, a lot of things happen. On that Christmas day, we heard about another lady lawyer that was killed by police, just killed like that. And I want you to just
people have been killed across this country. Christians have remained vulnerable, and in many respects, their infrastructure and their businesses remain, just as I said, objects of target practice. You organize a Miss World contest, churches are bombed across northern Nigeria. You draw cartoons in Denmark, churches are destroyed in northern Nigeria. As I'm talking to you, When the president says he's wishing me a happy Christmas as a Christian, I need to hear the president tell me I can build a church anywhere in Dora if I want, if I apply for land. As it is, it's not possible. I need to hear the president say professors who are in universities in northern Nigeria, students, Christian students who are in universities in northern Nigeria, across the whole of the country, I mean, have places of worship. As I'm talking to you, universities 40, 50 years up till today in most universities in northern Nigeria, the Christian community has no place of worship. So when people stand and look at me in the face and say, we're wishing you a happy Christmas, I need you to walk the talk. So if you ask me, what am I supposed to say? And guess what? I'm supposed to fix my church back. I'm supposed to fix back properties that were destroyed. Businessmen are supposed to find money from where to rebuild their businesses. So, this is the country we are living in. And it is unacceptable. And because we left a lot of these things unattended, what you are seeing, many Christians have lived with it. We live with it. So at periods of this nature, I don't want anybody to grandstand and say that we should imitate Jesus Christ or that we should be. We know what it is. I don't need anybody to come. I'm converted to Christianity. But it should be on record in this country that by being a Christian or by being a Muslim, you've not committed an offense. So I feel and I believe and I know the facts are there. They are verifiable. Christians living in northern Nigeria are living in fear. Despite our massive contribution to the economic well-being of the state, in which, despite our being law-abiding, but every church you are building, you are living in fear because you don't know what is going to happen. And when these things happen, nobody gets quiet. So these are the questions that we need to resolve. Deborah's family, as you know, are no longer living here. They are now living in River State. Okay? Because I'm sitting here as Bishop of Sokoto. My parishioners are moving. They are moving in droves. Everybody is sick and tired. Okay? Everybody is tired.
You see, I'm listening to this man, and I'm hearing a voice of someone that I've seen so much in life, that I've witnessed so much wickedness, that these things have now become so normal to him. And in the midst of everything, they're still calling for justice. That justice must be served in the right way. They're still calling on the government. And imagine for years, someone like this has been saying the same reoccurrence event that is happening the same way. I was watching a video of Rufia about 2 years ago. They're still talking on the same thing. This same thing that we're talking about, killing in southern Kaduna, in the northern areas, killings everywhere. And I don't know, it's just too much. And I pray that God will help this country. God will help everybody. I hope. I don't know about justice at this time, but then I pray that God will do his own thing. Every of these leaders that are just there, God will eventually kick them out. We've been praying this prayer for a long time. We pray that one day the prayer will answer. Say, may God take all the bad leaders out. And make justice be served where justice supposed they serve. Make we see justice for our system. Make we see real judgment, real justice happening for this nation. No be all this nonsense with them to do. Anyway, that is the reaction of Bishop Kukah on the killings that happened in southern Kaduna and every other bad event that has happened, and they're still calling for justice. And I pray that we see that happening.